In this video, I'm going to talk about the PxPlus JSON object. I'll introduce the JSON object and show you some of the functions that JSON object has, and I will show you how to do address validation from an outside source using some of those functions. JSON is a text-based file format used for data transmission in programming languages and web development. It is a simple alternative to XML in respect to how the data is structured. It is used for storing and transmitting data between web server and client or vice versa. Let's walk through a scenario where the company decides to validate all addresses using an outside source that only responds with JSON format. With the PxPlus JSON object, we can parse the JSON response. If the address is not valid, we will let the user know to re-input a valid address. For this video, we are only showing you how to work with the JSON object. We assume connection or setup with the outside source has already been established. The JSON object program can be found in the starlib obj directory. Let's get started by entering an address into our program. Before I leave the province field, I want to show you what this looks like in our program. As soon as I leave the province field, the application will gather the data into an array called request $. In order for the outside source to accept our data, we need to gather the data in JSON format. Right now, if I print the request $, array, you can see that it's all in one big long string. The next step is to instantiate the object by creating an object called request address. With the object now created, we can use the load array function to format the array in JSON format. To show you what the data looks like in JSON format, we can use the print function. As you can see, the data is ready in JSON format for the outside source to respond on. The next step is where we parse through the response from the outside source. The JSON response shown is from our outside source that we chose, but any JSON format will be similar in structure and rules. At this point, we can save the response using the save function, giving it a name or a full path. Going back to the response, we can check the response data for the key called status using the getString function, and if the value is OK, our address is accepted. Any value other than OK results in a message to the user. Looking back into the program, we set a variable called status $. Then using the getString function, we can put the result of the key status into status $. When I print status $, you can see that I have the validation I need. If status $, is OK, the program will continue. Otherwise, if status $, is not OK, it will alert the user with a message box letting them know the address is not valid. This concludes our video for the PxPlus JSON object. Stay tuned for more how-to videos. Thanks for watching. For any questions, please contact us at info@pxplus.com.